Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pastor Bruce. Welcome to amvoice.net and One Man's Voice. Today, there's a couple of topics I want to talk to you about. Now, I don't know if you're familiar because I haven't heard it on mainstream media, the news. Nothing's been said, but I'm reading an article telling us that the Clinton Foundation is closing its doors. This was back in January of this year. They were closing their doors. All the money that was being given from foreign countries into the Clinton Foundation, the pay-to-play scheme. We'll take care of you, you take care of us, okay? And what happened? It all washed up. It all went away. But the Clintons walked away millionaires, didn't they? Yeah, they did. It's closing their doors. The last 22 employees were given their notice, and within 3 months will be gone, and the doors will be closed. Isn't that sad? And it's not sad because the individuals are unemployed. It's sad because Hillary knew what she was doing. Hillary was trying to destroy this nation and making promises to foreign nations if they gave money to the Clinton Foundation and the Global Initiative once she became president. Well, that didn't work, did it? It didn't work. So what happened? They're sitting there saying, we understand. You don't have a clue what you're doing. And we followed you. And we were wrong. Okay? Now, thanks to the Clinton Foundation, and what should happen here, ladies and gentlemen, is they really should be investigated. And Hillary Clinton and everybody who is in control of the Clinton Foundation, if Bill is there too, him too, they need to be arrested, put on trial for conspiracy to destroy the American way of life or treason, and they should be sent to jail. Now, here's another topic that you might not be aware of because I never heard of it. Dear United Nations, we're bailing on your migration plan. Love the USA. That's the title. Came out December 4th, 2017. And basically what it is the organization's New York Declaration of Refugees and Migration has been given a thumbs up by the Obama administration last year and sought to impose guidelines on the acceptance of various migrants and refugees by member nations. The agreement has one less member as of this morning, however, because Haley, and that is Nikki Haley, our ambassador, said, no, we're not going to do it. Not anymore. And why is that? Now, here is the President of the United States. Here is Congress under Democratic control. And what happens? Here's the statement. In a statement, the U.S. mission said the UN's New York Declaration of Refugees and Migrants, recognized by the U.S. last year under President Obama's administration, contains numerous provisions that are inconsistent with U.S. immigration and refugee policies. Now, basically what this is saying is Obama said, oh, okay, we don't have an immigration or refugee policy, so UN, you create it and we'll listen to what you have to say. But we do have those policies. And he ignored them. You see, I've been trying to tell you this for at least the last 10 months, is that the Democratic Party is working to make America a socialist nation. Why do you think the Democrats refuse to support anything that the Republicans are doing? Because if we become stronger, more powerful, and richer, we're not going to be a third world nation. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it. When you were kids, King of the Hill is one of the games. The biggest and the strongest is up on top, and everybody's got to try to bring them down. And the sad part is other nations aren't trying to do this. It's our own political party, the Democrats, that are trying to bring us down, to make us less powerful, to get us off of the top of the hill, to stop making us the shining light to the world, saying, look it, if you follow these policies, if you follow these plans, this is how good your life's going to be. Instead of trying to make life better in their own countries, what they're trying to do is sit there and say, hey, spread out and go into the United States and make the United States a third world nation. You know, it's really sad. It's the same thing in school, okay? In school, they don't teach to the topic, they teach to the dumbest student. So they bring down the smart students so that the dumb students can understand what's going on here, and it creates boredom for those that already know, that have the intelligence and the capability. That's another way of dumbing down our society. Besides sticking our young boys, and if you look at the statistics, I will venture to say that 90% of the boys that are on or diagnosed as ADHD are white, and they're given medications to mellow them out. Why? Why should they do that? Because they have to bring down the white race. The white race that made this country. The white race that built this country to be the most powerful country in the world. We want to destroy you. Why do you want to destroy the white race? At the same time, they're sitting there with the inner city schools. It's nothing more than babysitting centers for the black communities. And whites as well are in there because whites and blacks do go to school together. But the majority of the black kids are in inner city schools, and they're being dumbed down, or they're being ignored, or they're just being allowed to do whatever they want to do. So when they get out, they have no clue of how to go out there and work. Now, the media is attacking the Republicans by sitting there telling people, oh, the Republicans are not sympathetic. They think you should work for a living. Of course you should. Everybody should. You should feel good about yourself and good about what you've accomplished. You know, when I was in the military, I always questioned my actions in the military, whether or not the military was the way to go. Okay, the belief that the American military was there for a purpose of good and decency and honesty around the world, kept me going. But once I could sit there and go, oh, wait a minute, that's not what American military is all about. It's about corruption? No, I can't have that. I would have gotten out. I would have. But I understood the policies of the American government. I understood the policies of the United States military. We're to protect and defend the innocent. That's a Christian attitude. And yet here the liberal left is attacking Christianity, while at the same time the liberal left is using and abusing women in this country and paying them off, as we see from the slush funds of Congress. They're paying them off. Here, come here. I'm going to use you and abuse you and sexually assault you and harass you. And if you complain, I'll just give you money. Isn't that sad? This is the liberal left and the Democrats. Look at how many Republicans that are in office, how many Republicans in Hollywood and in the media are being attacked for sexual harassment or any form of sexual misconduct. The only one we know about is Bill O'Reilly. He was the first one to go in modern time. And we really don't know the full story on that. But I totally agree. If he was abusing women, he needed to go. Plain and simple. But look at everybody else. Look at everybody else. Our Democrats, liberal Democrats, social Democrats, that think that they have the money and the power and can do whatever they want. They want to bring the integrity of women down. Now, when you have women that are trying to aspire to something greater than what they are, and you have women that are out there being used and abused in pornography, and how are you supposed to get ahead when the American male, especially Democratic male, thinks that, oh, women are nothing more than sex objects, I can do whatever I want with them? And look at the integrity of the Republican women. Okay, think about that. What the uh, Pocahontas with Warren. They found out that she used the fact that she was part Indian to get herself elected in Massachusetts, I believe it was. And yet she has no connection with the American natives. So she lied. That's the only way that they can do anything, people. Do you understand that? They're going to lie to you. They're going to deceive you. They're going to do everything. And the sad part is, and this is really, when the real truth comes out, and all of you moronic idiots that are out there marching in the street against Donald Trump and against the Republican Party, and against keeping America great. When all of the truth comes out and you see that you've been on the wrong side of history, are you going to feel foolish and stupid and dumb? No, because you're idiots. You're morons. You don't know what the truth is. You don't care what the truth is. You only care about what the lies are that are being told to you. And the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton machine that was trying to destroy this country was destroyed. The Clinton Foundation is gone. The Clintons should be arrested because they've got proof it was pay to play. That's one. They were the ones that, under the Democratic Party, it was the Clinton administration that set up the Uranium One deal, the reset with the Russians to make them more powerful. How do you make them more powerful? You sell them 20 to 25% of our uranium. That's how. Don't you think it's all connected? Make Russia stronger, make America weak. Over the course of years, when I was younger, I read books on how we are the financial power in the world, but Germany's coming back. Germany's going to be more powerful financially than we are. Russia's military is going to be more powerful than the American military. Everything to bring America down and make the rest of the world powerful. And look what's happened under socialism and communism, totalitarianism. Their people suffer while we stand tall with our heads held high. I was over in England serving in the United States Air Force, and I was walking down in the town called Ipswich, or the city of Ipswich, and I was doing some shopping down there, and this guy came up to me and he says, "You're an American, aren't you?" And I looked at him, I go, "Yes. Is there a problem with that?" He says, "No." He says, "I could tell you're American." I said, "How could you tell I'm an American?" He said, "Because you walk with pride. You walk with respect. You walk with your head held high." And Americans do that. And I was honored by this British man's opinion of who I was and who the American people were. And I thanked him for that compliment, and we moved on. Think about that. When we walk with our heads held high, people notice us. When we stand tall, ready to do what we need to do to protect this world, to protect this country, people notice that. But it's the ones who hate America, who are sitting there trying to get their visas to come to America so that they can change us from within. So all of you American military who are liberals, understand, protect and defend the Constitution of the United States from foreign and domestic enemies. And all of you people that are out there supporting the socialist agenda of the Democratic Party you're going to lower your heads. You're going to look in the mirror and feel shame and embarrassment for the stupidity that you displayed by going out there and destroying or trying to destroy the American way of life. The American way of life that gave you everything that you have. You want to destroy it. Why? Because you don't want America to be great. Why don't you want America to be great? Because, we're not great because we're not opening our borders. No, we're not opening our borders. America's for America. England's for England. Germany's for Germany. Italy's for Italy. You want to know what I think? Send the refugees back to their home countries. Get them out. and sit there and say, you want to make a difference? Build your own country up better than what it is right now. That's what should happen. Instead, we're spreading hatred around the world. We're spreading discontent around the world. We're spreading socialism around the world. Instead of doing what we had originally planned to do, and that's spread the spirituality of God. Now, the Bible tells us not everybody's going to go along with it, and that's fine. So there should be countries out there that don't agree with us. They should have a non-religious platform. But we have a religious platform. And the liberals on the left, the socialists in this country, the communists, the totalitarians want to destroy the Christian way of life in America because they're not as good as we are because of our faith and our belief in God. We are much stronger, and it's taking a lot longer than it did in Russia. In Russia, it was between 1917 and 1925. They destroyed that country. They destroyed the rich, the churches, and they destroyed the Russian way of life in order to promote communism. And understand, ladies and gentlemen, that when the Bolshevik Revolution started in 1917, it was started by Social Democrats. Just like the Social Democrats are trying a revolution here in America by obstructing everything that's trying to make this country great again. They don't want us great. So you moronic idiots who are millennials that are following the Democratic Party, thinking the Democratic Party is the greatest way that there is, when you open your eyes and you finally see the truth, you're going to hold your head down in shame and embarrassment for the stupidity that you displayed, protesting in the streets, rioting in the streets, destruction of personal and private property. You know, it's sad. It really is. And hopefully you will wake up and smell the roses and understand the truth before it's too late, before you destroy everything that makes this country great and can make you great. That's Pastor Bruce. Thank you for listening. God bless. Take care. Have yourself a great day.